Yeah, Dave, I wanted to talk to you about this one. This one came in, and the customer's complaint on this one was going up a hill to Prescott last weekend. The vehicle shifted from 10th to 8th and had a hard time getting in gear. Okay, so we're talking about a loaded situation on this one. I took it out, drove it, did my initial check-in, didn't find anything wrong with it. The car drove good, no misfire counts in it, anything like that. I took it and I heat soaked it, and I took it out for a longer drive, and I was about 10 miles into my drive, and I decided to get on the thing pretty hard. This is a little 2.7 turbocharged motor, and when I did, it bucked and hit real hard a couple of times. And it was at the same time that I put the thing under a load, it went from 10th, 9th, 8th, and then when it went back up to 10th and I got it in it again, it did it. So I switched over and I started looking at the misfire counters. My misfire counters counted up 36 misfires on it, so I came on back and changed my direction. This isn't a transmission problem. When I had driven, when they dropped this car off, the guy that drove it wasn't available to drive with me. So the guy that dropped it off said that the normal driver thought that the transmission was slipping. It's not. It's a misfire. And what I found on it, when I pulled this plug out, this is the #1 spark plug. There's a carbon track right there, right down the side of that spark plug. And that's what was causing this issue. We replaced the plug and coil. Car's good to go. So just you're in the loop on that one, because it wasn't a transmission problem.
All right, and this is pretty common here at Tri-City Transmission. They're calling us because we're a transmission shop. We do everything, I mean transmission and auto repair. But people come here thinking they need a transmission, and I interviewed them on the phone, and they're thinking, it's going to be expensive and it's going to take a long time and all that. And we get it here, and believe it or not, 7 out of 10 times people call here thinking they need a transmission. It tends up to be something simple: plug, spark plug, coil, could be a sensor, could be a fluid level. And so I think people are their own worst enemy when they call a shop and ask how much for a transmission, because they don't even know that they need one, because they got 70% chance they're going to be wrong. So when I think about that, now John, you're in this bay every day, and all you do is diagnose transmissions and car problems from morning till night. And how often do you see a vehicle here where the person is convinced they have a transmission problem and they don't?
Weekly, I probably get a half a dozen of them.
Half a dozen a week?
Yeah, I think so.
Half a dozen people. And it's
maybe even more than that.
And it's kind of fun to call the customer, because they're expecting a big bill or a big estimate. And
you get to give them good news for a change.
This is minimal, because I actually don't like to call people and give them big estimates, so this is way more fun. So don't be so quick to think you have a transmission problem. And not only that, I've seen this misfire situation in so many vehicles over the years. And a lot of times they're referred to us by general repair shops. They send their customer over here because they're convinced it's got a transmission problem. Transmission gets all of its commands from the engine. If the engine isn't working right, the transmission can't work right. So what we have to know here, we not only have to be transmission experts, which are the most complicated, most misunderstood, and most commonly misdiagnosed part of the car, but we also have to know the rest of the car. So it doesn't matter if it's engine related or transmission related, we got to know it all. And that's where your depth of knowledge, John, really comes in handy. So,
cool. How much approximately is this customer going to save versus a transmission on it?
Oh yeah, the 10-speed transmission. I hear these going in this particular transmission, 10R80. They have a horrible reputation. And we have yet to rebuild one. All we've ever done at this point is repair them.
Yeah, we've repaired a lot.
We repaired them a lot, and so we have a lot of people leaving here for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 repaired. This one not being a transmission problem, because I do see these things going for $10,000 and $12,000 at the dealer for the transmission. So these people got out of here with a set of coils and spark plugs. So I would imagine they're $1,500 to $2,500 somewhere in there. I didn't look at the bill. Myself.
We went ahead and did all the coils in it as a PM for this. This is a fleet truck. This thing's got to stay on the road, and at this point, we don't want to have any issues with it, so they opted to go ahead and replace all of the spark plugs and the ignition coils at the same time.
Yeah, so we could have done them a la carte,
Yep.
you know, one plug and one coil at a time, but you know, we gave them the option, do you want to do one or do you want to do all, and they opted to
Yeah.
do all. So it's
What was the estimate we heard on, somebody estimated one of these transmissions the other day, I heard $1,000 a gear.
oh yeah, $1,000.
I thought that was great.
That came out of another transmission shop.
Yeah.
And shoot, what do we do to that one? I'm trying to think what that one ended up being. They told them it was $2,500 to take it apart, and then they would check it out, and it's a 10-speed transmission. They said it would be $1,000 per gear. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard, like as if in a transmission, it's just you buy one gear, you buy two gears. The way they work,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just,
funny. Yeah.
It's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors on that one. So anyway.